What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Fiona Apple, and I appreciate the patience as well as the generosity of Adam. He has shared a great many things with me, but recently his server has been offline. He's been going through some logistical difficulties and so on, and as such we've just had to be patient to return to not only Fiona but Martin Gore and some other deep dives that I am keen to continue, you two being a good example. So once again, I appreciate the patience, but we are returning to Tidal 1996, and the next track is Shadowboxer, which is, I feel, a very powerful metaphor for a title. Obviously it's a single word title, so those are tougher to get a read on, but the idea of fighting, engaging in pugilistic interaction with something that has no substance and by extension cannot be defeated, or even lashing out at something that is not there physically. All these phrases and concepts lend themselves to metaphorical meaning, especially on a psycho-emotional level, so I would not be surprised if maybe we get some visual references to a shadow boxer, to punching at shadows, but with meaning that is deeper, figurative, and ultimately psycho-emotional in character. I'll see what I can catch on a first listen. This is Fiona Apple. The track is Shadowboxer, and it's from her 1996 album, Tidal.
Once my lover, now my friend. What a cruel thing to pretend. What a cunning way to condescend. Once my lover, and now my friend. Oh, you creep up like the clouds, and you set my soul at ease. Then you let your love abound, and you bring me to my knees. Oh, it's evil, babe, the way you let your grace enrapture me. But well, you know I'd be insane to ever let that dirty game recapture me. You make me a shadow boxer, baby. I wanna be ready for what you do. And I've been swinging wrongly, 'cause I don't know when you're gonna make your move. Oh, your gaze is dangerous, and you fill your space so sweet. If I let you get too close, you'll set your spell on me. So darling, I just wanna stay, just in case I don't come through. I was on to every play, I just wanted you. Oh, it's so evil, my love, the way you've no reverence to my concern. So I
What an incredible tune. Definitely a throwback vibe on this, and it reminds me of the kind of jazz tune where, despite all that's going on sonically, there is a lot happening sonically. We're just laser focused on her vocal performance, and I feel like it's the kind of tune that, in a 40s club, the singer might be walking around on the stage, maybe into the audience, sort of interacting with individual patrons, but ultimately, putting on a show for everyone, and we're all just mesmerized watching her movements, her voice, her inflections, and the way she's playing this role of the character in the song, and wondering, does it relate to an autobiographical situation? So yeah, a very powerful and commanding performance, which is funny because she's on the defensive in the song, meaning it is kind of what I was thinking, but ultimately a bit different at the same time. Meaning, it sounds like someone who loves her sometimes, but then other times wants her to just be a friend, someone who gets close to her, knows how to, sidle up next to her, to make her feel overwhelmed with emotion, to, bring her to her knees and make her feel very swept up by this connection, but who then seemingly at other times wanders away and is not going to be there by her side. So, he wants this connection with her, and maybe he wants intimacy, not necessarily just physically, but probably that. Maybe also sometimes psycho-emotionally, but he doesn't want the commitment. He doesn't want the everlasting connection. He doesn't want to be her one and only, and thus, in that regard, she's learned to sort of be ready, and she's boxing shadows because she doesn't know exactly when he's going to strike, doesn't know exactly when he's going to make his move, but she wants to be ready for it, and she doesn't want to fall prey to this game once again. So it's someone who's aware of the passion, the power, and the allure of this other person, but who has learned, probably through multiple experiences, that he's not necessarily going to always be there. He can't be relied upon, and she doesn't want to get stuck holding the emotional bag when he's not around. So yeah, it's like one of those tunes which again fits with a lot of the lyrics of those throwback jazz tunes, and it sort of is that. And it's, her vocal performance has a degree of maybe not improvisation, like I imagine, a lot of these vocal lines were worked out in advance, but at the same time, it feels like it's sort of adjusting in the moment and just flourishing in whatever way she wants. There's a cantabile nature to her delivery, which I get that, that's normally what you say about an instrument, but to play it as if you're singing, that same level of freedom and ability to just feel the moment. It's like her vocal performance delivers that, and I enjoy there's some strings in there, and there's a sort of laid back jazz atmosphere overall. So yeah, just a really impactful tune, and her vocal performance is strong, commanding, and yet vulnerable because of the lyrics at the center of it. So yeah, a really cool tune. Again, I'm very new to Fiona's music, but her artistry, her ability to take a song and make it her own, even after only 3 tunes, it's already coming across, especially given what people said, that she's very young at this point in her career, and yet she started with this real, sense of individual creativity. I'm definitely picking up on that. So once again, shout out to Adam. Thank you for getting a lot of music back online, and again, there's some other things that, take your time, do what you have to, and whenever they're ready, I will look forward to returning to those deep dives as well. But yeah, excited for the Fiona journey is the major point here. So let me know what you think, and I'll see you for the next one. Peace.